good evening everybody. Welcome to the Grant Store Victory Park Stadium. My name is Pete Tscherewik, sat alongside Ryan Jacobs. Ryan, 3rd v 5th in the National League North clash. Doesn't come much bigger, especially on a Tuesday night.
No, I don't think it does, Pete. This is going to be a really entertaining clash, I believe, after the action we saw on Saturday against Kidderminster. Mark Ellis being the hero, 3-3 for him now. He'll be looking to make it 4-4. I think this is going to be a really entertaining test here on this cold Tuesday night.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. You can see the flag bearers and the teams now entering the field, led out by referee Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor, a late replacement this evening. The man with the whistle. Referee was scheduled to be Benjamin Tomlinson, but unfortunately a late replacement, and now it will be Sean Taylor, the man in the middle, joined alongside assistants Andrew Daniels, George Eaton and Joe Cunningham. Have a look at some of the notable team news for this evening's clash. Jack Sampson returns to starting 11 for Chorley, as does George Horbury and Craig Hewitt on the substitutes bench. For the Saints, the obvious one, Ryan, Connor Hall on the bench. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a surprise. It's only one change for Brackley from their weekend victory, and it'll be interesting to see what the new man, Miracle Okafor, can do. He was on the bench last week. He's got the nod to go ahead of Connor Hall, who's again on his return, and he had such a good time at Chorley, so it'll be interesting to see if he'll be able to come off the bench and make an impact.
Yeah, listen, like we said, Chorley come into this one off the back of a massive 2-1 win on the road at Kidderminster Harriers on Saturday. Mark Ellis making it 3 out of 3, and you know, there's been a few little things said, you know, set piece again, ole ole, but as we saw the opening goal, Tom Carr, it certainly wasn't a set piece. Fantastic wing play from Warren Clark that set up Carr, and Andy Priest is stuck with Tom Carr again tonight, Ryan. So again, just shows that looking to build up a bit of form up going up front.
Yeah, certainly so, and Carr is gaining confidence week in, week out. I think it'll be interesting to see his partnership with Sampson up front, who's making his first start since his knock from Scunthorpe, so that'll be interesting to see. Him and Cole Hall had that really nice partnership on Saturday, and for the first goal you saw Cole Hall dropping deep, linking up with Warren Clark, and Warren delivered that perfect ball to Tom Carr, and he had the composure to take a touch and slot it through the legs off Dibble. So I'll be interested to see if Tom Carr can just kick on now and continue the goal scoring form.
Yeah, interesting that obviously he's gone for Cole Hall this evening on the bench rather than Jack Sampson, and you know, quite obvious almost straight swap between the pair, and you know, Sampson offers probably a little bit more bite than Hall, you'd have to say, Ryan. I think that's fair to say. And listen, Jack Sampson, a man for the occasion, he'll be up for this one, won't he?
Yeah, he certainly will. Sampson never stops working hard. He's always a threat in the area as well. He's a real poacher in the box. Remember that Scunthorpe goal? It's just a little tap in from the goalkeeper saving it. So if it's in the box, you know Sampson's going to be there to tap it in, and it's going to be the visitors that are going to get us underway here, Pete.
Yeah, of course. You know, Jack Sampson, a bit of history now with Brackley. Bit of history with Brackley. Obviously scored both goals in the reverse fixture early in the season, and of course a little bit of niggle in that semi-final playoff. And it is Sampson who just goes very hard in on the far side, and Scott Wilson put under pressure straight away by Miracle Okafor. You feel this game is going to be played at a frenetic, fast-paced tempo, especially to begin with, both teams looking to settle quickly.
Yeah, certainly so, and it's going to be interesting to see who can settle into the rhythm first, and Brackley currently have the ball down this left-hand side. And Mike Cavalier intercepts and gets it away. Sampson, that's what he can do well, controls the ball, being a bit risky on the other edge of his own area at this point, but gets it away nicely. Blakeman back to Sampson, but it's a loose ball, but Blakeman's able to collect, and it's a big tackle from Blakeman early doors, and it will be Matthew Owen to take a goal kick. Again, it's just Chorley looking to settle in early doors, keep that ball, move the ball around, settle into things. Don't want to get this Brackley team on the ball and moving it around. Again, it's going to be interesting to see Miracle Okafor starting here tonight. He's made 7 appearances so far, scoring twice for his new club in Brackley. So again,
yeah, interesting one with Miracle, obviously signing permanently from Tamworth, having made such an impact. See that Brackley have had Danny Newton, another one who always tends to perform very well against Chorley, been out for 11 weeks and back involved, but again another one who is on the bench. So interesting that Gavin Cowan has definitely altered his selection a bit this evening.
Yeah, and Carr's just putting a little low cross into the box. Sampson can't get on the end of it. Easily collected for Johnny Maxted.
Yeah, another one of the new recruits for Gavin Cowan in the summer, Johnny Maxted, replacing the previous goalkeeper, I think it was George Willis, who retired at the end of last season, and a big loss for Brackley. Maxted, of course, plenty of experience. I'm sure, Ryan, you know all about Maxted. I think he had a bit of a time at Shrewsbury Town, if I'm not mistaken, and he's certainly been involved in the EFL and now down at Brackley in the National League North.
Yeah, he just joined on a free from Newport County in the summer of last year. Joe Nolan's got a bit of work to do. Coverley gets it away. Thump back into the box, aim for Roberts. Henley leaps well, and it will be a Brackley throwing on this left-hand side near the dugout. Again, it's going to be interesting to see. Set pieces will be crucial in this game. Chorley love a set piece, as the Chorley fans were singing proudly after the 2-1 victory. It's that long throw from Blakeman to Ellis, and Ellis got that ball back, and he was able to sharply turn and fire it with his weaker left foot. But it seems to me that Brackley have got a long throw of their own here, Pete.
Yeah,
it's going to be taken.
Nice coming in, it's flatter, it's jinked in towards the back post, headed on, half cleared. Looked like it came off a Brackley hand rather than a Chorley one. Byrne hits it first time into a flurry of bodies, and Chorley under a little bit of pressure. He needed to clear quickly. Yeah,
Shane Byrne, one to watch. He's a real threat in the midfield.
It's a great ball over the top, that towards Jack Sampson. Bit of space, and Calder goes in, and I'm surprised actually that referee Sean Taylor's not pulled that one back. But Sampson seems pretty unfazed, to be fair, and let the play continue. Interesting, Ryan, the man in the middle, Sean Taylor, was under quite a bit of controversy last season with a few decisions made. I think it was against Scunthorpe United.
Yeah, definitely so.
A few fans were saying that he was a Chorley fan based upon his decisions for Scunthorpe, and it's into the box. It's a great touch by Sampson, who goes down,
and it's a foul the other way,
given against him on Gareth Dean. Interesting, Gareth Dean, another one, bags and bags of experience. Ryan, unfortunately, Gareth Dean for Brackley was unavailable in the playoff semi-final, I beg your pardon.
So much experience though, doesn't he, Pete? You know, 35 years old now, he's a captain. He joined Brackley back in 2016 on a free transfer from Solihull, and he's stayed at this club, and he's probably a legend.
He's Mr. Brackley, isn't it? I think they had Glenn Walker was the other one alongside Dean, and now obviously Walker moved on, and I think he's now retired. But again, just goes to show that in effect that Gareth Dean, he's been there for so long. And a mainstay in the defence, like Chorley have had over the years, the likes of Andy Teague, Scott Leather, Stephen Jordan, even to a certain extent. These players that were coming in with loads and loads of experience.
Yeah.
And now, of course, Chorley's man with the experience is Mark Ellis.
They've just got a lot of quality as well on the bench here, Pete. As well, they can rely upon Danny Newton, Scott Pollock, Justin Dewana, obviously Connor Hall and Tommy O'Sullivan. These are quality players, and Henley's just kicked into the end of Roberts. Somehow the referee has not given it a
down Roberts, but he's sort of gone down on his own.
Goal kick to Chorley. Very surprising. The official did not see to the arms.
Yeah, it just goes down there, Roberts, but that's what Roberts can bring you. He likes to drive on, he likes to attack from deep and then keep going. He goes beyond, and he's quick, and especially at Brackley, with their surface, he was attacking so much in terms of the amount of pace he's got on their counter, and he'll be a nuisance tonight as well.
Yeah, certainly so. Ellis just launches it into the air. It's going to be interesting to see who reads it well, and it's a Brackley head who gets it away.
Interesting, Ryan. The rain's now started to fall. Henley moves on forward and over to Blakeman, who looks in search of Warren Clark, who's gotten the better of
Tyler Little.
The ball comes in, but it's really going to get any further. But in saying that, surely we all know what comes next, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a long throw, Mr. Blakeman. We know what he can do. It's on the opposite side of the dugout, and it's going to be a long throw. There's a bit of a wind picking up here as well, so I wonder if that could help.
Could cause problems. You've got Ellis there at the front, as he normally is. Sampson in there looking to cause a bit of havoc, and it is over towards the head of Sampson, beaten to it. Comes back in towards the box, and Carr.
Tom Carr! It's off the line! Unbelievable work from Gareth Dean. Tom Carr's thought he scored.
We were just talking about Gareth Dean work with Ryan, and somehow keeps it out. Just having a look at Andy Priest. Very encouraged by that, claps his hands and says, let's go and do it again.
Again, it's the set piece.
Set piece.
A long throw, it caused problems. Carr did brilliantly to stretch his leg and chip it over Johnny Maxted. And I don't know how Gareth Dean got there, but he somehow headed it off the line. Superb work from the experienced centre half. Now, Blakeman to deliver this cross from the dugout side.
Front post, and referee Sean Taylor allows play to continue. It's headed on by Horbury in search of Blakeman, who just about keeps it in. He's done really well, drills it across the front. And
just a bit too much power on that one.
Unfortunately, too much on that, and it's out all the way across for a throw on the opposite side.
Yeah, great work again. A few Chorley bodies as well as Brackley players went down in the penalty area, and you're wondering if the referee might have given a free kick, but all cleared up and all fine. And it's just, I think Blakeman will be kicking himself a little bit with that second opportunity. He knows he could have put in a better cross, but a bit too much power, and it's Brackley throw. Again, Blakeman wins his header though, and Chorley get the ball back straight away. Horbury tries to flick it on, but it's the Irishman of Sean Bryant who pings across to Okafor, but it's going to be Henley who gets it and clears it once again.
Yeah, just as we were saying, Ryan, about Gareth Dean and the presence that he can bring, the experience that he's got under his belt, and it was just absolutely brilliant defending. It looked like it almost went in slow motion. You're thinking, how has that not gone in? And Tom Carr, I think it was 6 minutes into the game against Kidderminster, maybe 7, and 7 or 8 here, and unfortunately just misses out.
Carline, who's got the long throw. Ellis reads it well.
Does well there, Ellis. It's over the top and back to Byrne. Nice little flick back, but a bit of miscommunication from Brackley, and Horbury looks to hook it clear. Off a Brackley player though, off Roberts, and Chorley will have a throw. Yeah, you see there in the comments, Nathan Hewison says, come on Chorley, do it for John Miller. John Miller, yes guys.
Good to see so many Chorley fans already turn up. We're at around 50 live viewers already, so thank you to everybody tuning in to this first ever, I think, Chorley live commentary.
Yeah, first for quite some time, obviously looking at building upon this for home games and away games, signal permitting. We're restricted to a hotspot this evening. Just see Gavin Cowan, the Brackley Town manager, just having a word with the fourth official. Looks a bit aggrieved at something. Entirely sure what. I'm not sure if it's the positioning of the throw-in. George Carline, rolls his shirt up, dries the ball, and looks like he's going to drill in a long throw. Over the top it goes, headed away by Calverley.
It's going to be interesting to see how this long throw really does work, because they commit a lot of bodies forward. They've only got one player back, and that is it's a really interesting aspect, because of the counter-attack, Caldler's got to do a lot of work. And again, it's headed away, this time from Scott Wilson from the long throw, but it's put back into the box, and it's easily seed out for another goal kick for Chorley this time around. And then that was Tyler Little on his weaker left foot from right back, was down on the left-hand side there.
Yeah, Carline, I don't know, obviously, well, Ryan, you weren't there, but the playoff semi-final, it was a big talisman in terms of Carline. Every time they were going for the goal kick, he was always the target with his head, and they were always trying to win the long throws. And again, similar to Chorley in that respect, in terms of just trying to do maybe a case of the dark arts, if you like. And the ball good from Irwin up towards Sampson, looks for Carr, who beats Ricardo Calder. Sampson just content to let that one go out for a throw.
Will Blakeman come across and take? He will. He's got the distance from this position, just in between really the corner flag and Andy Priest's dugout, around about halfway for Blakeman now to take this long throw.
You can see Blakeman over again to go and take the throw, Ryan, and he's a lot further away actually, but In it comes towards the head of Sampson, who Dean's all over the back of Sampson, but continues. Horbury, great touch, delivers towards the back post, heads up. Ooh! Like there might have been a clash of heads there between Calverley and Tyler Little, but fortunately I think they just managed to avoid each other and the play continues. And so over on the Brackley right hand side is Okafor's the target, it's bags of pace.
And Henley does well to come across, and it will be a Brackley corner.
Has to concede the corner, Adam Henley. It was real burst of pace there out of nothing from Miracle Okafor, and I think we can see already that's what he's bringing to the Brackley Town side. Listen, I don't think Connor Hall, see a friend of mine, will mind me saying that Miracle's probably quicker than him off the mark, and especially in those situations. But again, a luxury for Gavin Cowan to have Connor Hall on the bench to come on.
So I think it's Roberts to take this. Can't really see from this distance, but it's delivered to the back post, and it's puts it back across.
Good clearance away, and Tom Carr's fighting away with Calder. It's Calder who now puts it in towards Okafor. It's a great header. Sean Taylor has to give that as a foul for me.
And it's a handball there.
A handball as well. I'm sure he's got to give one of those. Tom Carr now goes down. Third time of asking. He gives the foul, but surely for me there, Ryan, it was one of those where Harry Kane was known for doing it for quite some time for Tottenham, where he would go into the back of the player and he just notch into it, and it can be very, very dangerous, that sort of challenge. Elsewhere, National League North, will have a little look at some of the later scores. I believe Chester have taken the lead at home against Kidderminster Harriers. They have indeed, and that's the only goal to report at the moment. Harrison Burt with that one, another one for him. So Blakeman on halfway, up it goes towards the box. Ellis is up. It's off the back of Sampson it was. Couldn't quite tell. I'm not sure if it was off his backside or not. Couldn't quite make out his face. So Henley now on halfway. 13.5 minutes gone. Chorley just readjusting his shape. It feels that Ryan maybe a little bit like the tempo's just dropped a touch in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. I think both teams have now really settled into this game, Pete, and it's just a matter of, who can come out on top. But there you see Tom Carr wrestling away.
Tom Carr, and you've got Gaz Dean now all over the back of Sampson. It's becoming a very physical battle very quickly.
Yeah, and Roberts again flicks it away, but it's
good
put instantly
back
in from Nolan.
That's a great head on from Sampson. Might fall kindly to him here. Oh, you know what? When you just saw it coming over there, you thought it might just land lovely for Sampson to knock it on the volley. Horbury now, second time, and Alfie Bates on Tom Carr. I think we'll have to start making a separate foul count for Tom Carr. We'll have to ask our man Oren Willis on the stats. 2 fouls, he says. I think the last few games we've had 6s and 7s, and the way it's going, we may yet get more.
It's quite interesting about Alfie Bates. He joined last year from a Finnish side. Terminated his contract, and that was quite an interesting one. He's only played for Walsall, Coventry, and Birmingham. He's from the Birmingham Academy as well, so he's not played for many clubs.
Blakeman delivers nicely. It's a dangerous ball in towards Ellis, and Sampson goes back, touched on towards Ellis. Nolan, his touch is loose, hits it.
Ellis! It's in! It's 4-4!
Mark Ellis has done it again! Wow!
You just can't believe it.
Fortuitous maybe, but Mark Ellis has done it again. 16 minutes on the clock, 4 goals in 4 games. Mark Ellis. It's Chorley 1, Brackley Town 0.
He's a magnet to a football at the minute, and he's a magnet for goals as well. It is simply incredible that Mark Ellis is just finding a way to score in the box. He's absolutely lethal. It was just the way it ricocheted in the area. Came with a few Chorley players as well as Brackley players, but Mark Ellis, quickest to react, he took a touch, composed himself and got the strike away. It took a deflection along the way, that unsettled Maxted, but he had no chance of saving that one just because of the deflection along the way. But what a start, Chorley won't care, 1-0.
Yeah. Do you know what, Ryan? I think we have to admit it was probably a bit of fortune in there, but Andy Priest, Chris Anderson and his team won't care one jot, will they?
No, but the visitors looking to get back quickly. Henley putting a foot in with Roberts, and it will be a Chorley throw-in. Good work on the halfway line from Henley.
Great to see your comments coming in as well, everyone. Keep them coming.
I love that comment
Give
already.
Ellis the keys to the town, says Lee Shropshire. Lee, 4 in 4 for Ello, and his gif on Twitter might be him with a walking stick, but certainly in front of goal. Fun fact for everyone, actually, Mark Ellis was a striker in his youth days, so clearly he's got his shooting boots from somewhere. It's Horbury now, lays it into Tom Carr, who has a shot.
Comfortably saved by Maxted, but that's more good work from Chorley. It's see, these early goals we were talking about earlier a couple of weeks ago, Pete, it was missing. But now we're getting these goals early on. It just relaxes Chorley a little bit more. Tom Carr got it last week. We've got another one this week with Ellis, and you can just see the confidence that it brings.
You can see the confidence in Tom Carr, especially. Obviously, Tom admitted to myself that he hadn't, probably started as well as he'd like in terms of his goal return, but now you see more and more goals are coming in, and Mark Ellis, tripped by.
And that was an interesting
Okafor.
foot race, that was, Pete, wasn't it? Between Ellis and Okafor.
Okafor looked to try and beat Ellis, but actually in that instance, Ellis kept up with him. So maybe he's not as slow as we would say. But no, just the start that Chorley will have wanted. Andy Priest would be delighted. Chorley's recent form, obviously unbeaten in the last 8, 3 wins on the spin, looking to make it a 4th. And Ryan, listen, it's early days, of course, but what a statement it'd be if Chorley could make it 9 unbeaten and maybe the 4th win in a row.
Yeah, it certainly would be, especially against a quality side like Brackley, and coming off to such a good win. But Scott Wilson's put a good ball up to Tom Carr. It's headed by the centre half.
Oh,
off Zach Lilly, but it's gone out for a Chorley throw down this right-hand side.
Zach Lilly just miskicks it there, and it gives Chorley another opportunity to deliver another long throw. I was making a joke actually earlier this week, Ryan, with regards to Mark Ellis and his sponsor Walsh and Evans Limited. I'm saying they've certainly got their value for money with the amount of tweets Mark's getting at the moment.
I think Chorley will have to raise the price of that for next season. Blakeman delivers a good throw.
Half cleared
away
towards the edge of the box. Again, though, a bit fortuitous. It's towards Ellis again. He
goes down in the box. Not being no penalty given. Ellis has been wrestled to the ground off the ball.
Still going here. Wilson this time, the other set centre half up for the set piece. Calverley. Chorley got to be careful that they don't commit too many bodies. Calverley really nicely in with a lunging challenge, but no malice intended. Just went for the ball. Still going here. Brackley struggling to contend with the pressure, but George Horbury just giving the ball away. Ellis though, fantastic. The game is just being played at a seriously frenetic pace, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, Warren Clark just heads it down. Okafor gets lucky with 2 deflections, but Chorley get the ball back. Ellis tries to do a little flick into Wilson, but it's a very, let's say, interesting back line at the moment because Scott Wilson isn't back, but now he is.
Can't give that. Tom Carr's done really well. He's beaten Calder, delivers it towards the box.
It's a delicate chip.
Just a couple of yards away, but he was motoring in towards the box. Jack Sampson. Andy Priest just calling for his side to get up, but it's towards the back post. It is Sampson. It's caught. It's what a save! What a save from Johnny Maxted. The Magpies thought they had the second. It was fantastic play from Jack Sampson. The comment there saying that Sampson could learn a thing or two from Ellis. Well, I think your comment got passed on straight to Jack Sampson telepathically. It was a fantastic header across the box to find Tom Carr. Hits it first time, and it's a point-blank save from Maxted to deny him.
Yeah, it's great work from Blakeman to deliver that cross, but an even better header from Sampson. But Chorley have got the ball back again instantly, and unfortunately on this occasion they can't do anything with it. Horbury just puts it out, and that's great. That was great work once again from Tom Carr off the ball, pressing, putting Ricardo Calder under pressure, and in this instance he lost the ball, and he won't be allowing that to happen again, that is for sure. But it's a great bit of work off the ball from Tom Carr, and that is why he's in this starting 11. Horbury now wins the header from the throw-in. Sampson doing some good work, shielding off the experienced centre-half, and Gareth Dean goes to the floor but lays it off well.
Tom Carr again.
To Carr, and now it's Blakeman down on this opposite left-hand side.
Great ball towards Calverley. He's got to get his feet right. He does. Warren Clark. Oh, it's a great ball in again from Warren Clark this time. Jack Sampson just causing a few problems to Tyler Little and Zach Lilly. I think fair to say so far, Ryan. Jack Sampson's got the better of those two, but Gaz Dean's the one that is really keeping Brackley in this.
Yeah, it's just his experience. I just noticed it off the ball as well. It's like he instructed Zach Lilly just to drop deep with him because he sensed there was going to be a cross early on, and he did so. And it was just that precaution methods. That's that experience. You know, you can see the game a different way the older you get, and that's what Gareth Dean can do. But now here's Horbury playing out wide to Carr down his right-hand side.
Wide on this right-hand side. Henley's there as an option to his right. Horbury to his left. Goes for Henley. George Horbury goes for the ball towards the box, but it's a hopeful ball, you have to say, Ryan, more than anything towards Sampson. And Brackley will clear. Foot raise now between Shane Byrne and Mark Ellis. And Ellis got to be careful. Just shepherding the ball away from Byrne. Clears the ball through his legs. Brackley now have a throw.
Yeah, it was Byrne who played that unbelievable pass there, Pete, and it was Matt Lowe who was applying the pressure in this occasion. But yeah, it's an unbelievable pass. So outside the boot on the half volley, it would have been impressive if Lowe would have been able to get in the end of it. It's going to be Adam Henley this time around to take this long throw on the dugout side. So see what Henley can do. Again, aiming for Sampson. Tries to flick on, but this time it's Roberts who gets there first. Ricochets around, but it's going to be Henley to get it up the pitch.
There we go again. Little just struggling to get up higher.
So Henley again now has got a throw in just in between the two dugouts of Andy Priest and Ross Jenkins.
Ross Jenkins? No, it's Gavin Cowan. Ross Jenkins has not been updated.
It's not been updated from last time, so that's poor.
That's what happens when I don't do the team sheet, Ryan. Normally one of my
getting us a bit of a
jobs
battle
is the team sheet, but tonight
again sacked in the morning, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we had to do extensive tests due to technical difficulties, but thankfully we've got it up and running and we managed to get the opening goal. And Chorley, as Chris Charlie said here, that Chorley are on top at the moment, it's fair to say, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely so. Again, with this Brackley team, you can't count them out of a game. These two sides love a draw. You know, every time these two teams have faced, there's been more draws than wins.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's quite an interesting, reminder that again, this team can come back and they can nick a point if they need to.
Well, you say that, Ryan, but of course the previous meeting was a Chorley win, and the one before that was a Brackley win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, historically you're right, more draws often than not, but Chorley will be looking to get all 3 points in this one and off to the perfect start, but Brackley will be right at it. It's another corner, the second one for the visitors, who be looking to build on their 1-0 win at the weekend against Peterborough Sports. And Peterborough Sports, as we saw a few weeks ago, Ryan set the shop and didn't really offer very much. Michael Gash at centre half told you an awful lot of what to expect, but a team, another one of these teams in the National League North that are really hard to break down. The corner comes in.
Aiming for that back post once again, and Scott Wilson goes down holding his face.
All over the hands.
Shane Byrne.
His hands all over the face of Scott Wilson. He's just holding his face. Brackley manager Gavin Cowan looking a little bit frustrated with his grey trousers on.
Yeah, certainly so. It's quite an interesting fact here, Pete. The only 2 defeats in their last 5 games have come on the road. Obviously, they're against quite tough oppositions in Scunthorpe and Hereford, but it's quite an interesting fact nevertheless. They haven't had much luck, shall we say, again on the road. So
no, their away form is obviously far worse than the home form. But in terms of Chorley, they've only lost 2 games at home all season. That was Hereford and Scarborough. Scarborough game, of course, Chorley went ahead. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Hereford game was the same. So Andy Priest just be wary of that, of course, despite the formidable home record, and pulls up. Carr's driving on nicely, and he's done really well. Tom Carr's done brilliant. He's got 4 Brackley defenders around him. He's still going here, Tom Carr.
That was a brilliant bit of skill.
Horbury delivers towards Sampson, who heads it. Ooh.
You can just see the confidence
Tom
with Carr.
Carr has been absolutely brilliant tonight. 4 defenders around him there. And you look, you know, the one initial bit of play where it looks like he's just looking to drive it on forward. You have to get a slice of luck to be able to beat the bodies. But even when he had 4 Brackley players around him, he looked comfortable.
Yeah, that's just what a player with confidence can do, Pete. It's so vital to players like Tom. And Okafor's got the advantage. He's got that pace, and he's put a ball into the back post, aiming for low.
Yeah,
can't get on it this
time.
Too
much on that.
Again, Low plays it back to Coldner. Inside to Byrne. Goes back to the left back. Is he going to beat Tom Carr? No, plays it back to Byrne once again. Looks up. Again, these two just passing it around, and it's all the way back to Zach Lilly.
This is where Chorley, Ryan, have got to be absolutely switched on, and that's to Brackley though. Listen, that's really slack from Zach Lilly. George Horbury calling for a throw.
That's the pressing work of Chorley. It was quite interesting. We mentioned
a brilliant bit of pressing that was
on Saturday against Kidderminster. The different style of pressing, but Chorley have been a little bit more aggressive this time around, not setting really off. It's a long throw where Tom Carr's accidentally flicked it on. Okafor, and Wilson's got to check his corners.
Roberts, that's the pace that Roberts can bring you. Got to be careful, Blakeman, but composed. He's not the quickest, Blakeman. He'll be the first to admit. He does really well. And Horbury, another one. You know, fair to say, George, I think, would argue he's probably been a little bit burnt out the last few weeks. Obviously, came off the bench earlier on Saturday. Or did he start? No, he started on Saturday. Sorry, it was the game before where George was on the bench, and I think he was just tired. And now back in from the start again, 2 on the spin. He's looked much better. He's looked a lot more lively, you could say.
Yeah, Henley.
Again, though, Sampson, this is the ever-growing battle where he's always got 2 to contend with, and he's holding his own so far. Well done, Scott Wilson there through the middle. Chorley just looking to get the ball down and play, as Scott Wilson, though, instead does go long this time, and Calder just sees that one out for a throw.
Yeah, Okafor's pace is absolutely terrifying, by the way. If you got to see it in person, it is scary how quick he is just able to accelerate and get to his top speed. A ball over the top, I fear that even the quickest players on our team could not really be able to keep up. He is that quick.
He is absolutely rapid, and
again, this is where the back line have got to be switched on. They've got to be checking their shoulder, because if Okafor gets in behind, it could be a really frightening situation. But the referee's given a light foul.
One there on Gaz Dean, adjudged to have been fouled by Tom Carr. For me, Ryan, maybe a touch harsh.
Yeah, I think got to agree with you on that one, Pete. But again, it's the referees ref this game quite well early doors. No real silly fouls being given.
Maybe a couple he could have given, but if he's, you know, they
just
always
let the
say
game flow.
He's got to get out his stall, and you know, once he gives 3 or 4 fouls in the first 5 minutes, if he does, then you expect then that's how he's got to be for the entirety of the 90+ stoppage. So it's not been like that, and he has let the game glow, let the game flow. You are right, Ryan, and surely with a goal kick, almost 30 minutes, the half-hour mark. Matt Irwin in no rush really to take the goal kick.
If you remember, Pete, that Oxford City game where it was just stop, start, and it just never enabled Chorley to get into that flow. This time around, I think it's just better for Chorley, and you can argue as well for Brackley, just to let the game flow that little bit more, just enables teams to get into the game a little bit better.
Yeah, you're right.
It creates a more entertaining game as well.
Yeah, you're right. I think, to be fair, the referee has certainly allowed that, and that's probably part of why the game has been played at such a tempo for the first half an hour.
Roberts plays over the top for
Byrne. Ellis is
for
there,
Low.
though. He's got Byrne back on Henley, and I think, well done, Joe Nolan. It is a Brackley throw, but Nolan, another one who seems to be playing full of confidence at the moment, Ryan.
Yeah, he was a big miss, Nolan, wasn't he, for Chorley in that midfield? Because, again, he reads the game so well. He's able just to make those passes at such vital parts in the game. So, again, it's Nolan's so key. But, it's a long throw, again, on this dugout side for Brackley.
Morgan Roberts was just showing, and then he's gone back on himself. And now the ball comes in. It's a great header away from Scott Wilson. Goes all the way back to Carline, though, who delivers first time. Irwin's not sure whether to come or whether to go back. Okafor in the back on Ellis, and George Horbury pumps the ball long towards Carr, who's got one to chase, does really well, gets Chorley back into the Brackley half and wins his side a throw.
Yeah, Tyler Little happened to come across and do some covering work for his fullback that went up the pitch.
I have to say though, Ryan, he's done brilliantly there. Tom Carr, he's just got the territory on them, hasn't he? He's just driven his way forward, Little given no choice really but to concede the throw, and this time a little bit too deep. It's Adam Henley on the right hand side, obviously with the throw. Mark Ellis and Scott Wilson have stayed back. Adam Blakeman over on his customary left hand side, so you'd expect maybe a different routine. Will Henley go down the line? He's certainly not going to go for the box. He's not Rory the Lap.
Yeah, he hasn't got a bad throw on him either though, Pete. I remember when Blakeman wasn't playing, Henley was the one who was taking these long throws, as well as Warren Clark. Just not as long as Blakeman.
Burns got to be careful here to not give the ball away. Dean kicks it quickly, and Calder under some pressure. Little kicks it straight into the hands of Andy Priest, who drops it. So for a former cricketer in Andy Priest, butterfingers. There's a crocodile catch as well though. He's got to do better.
Yeah,
but we can forgive him, can't we?
Well, as long as he keeps his winning streak on, we can.
Henley takes it this time towards Carr. He's got Dean all over the back of him, and Henley does really well to nip back in. Still with the ball at his feet. Horbury this time. It's a battle that continues. Fallen.
You just thought that might have ricocheted through. It did ricochet through, but just a bit too much pace on it for Henley.
Did really well there though, Adam Henley. Took the throw, persistent, just constantly at the Brackley defence. Fair to say they've really had a lot to put up with, a lot of pressure put on them in the opening half an hour. Maxted
with a big kick, and this is the pace that we're talking about. Okafor can just come across from anywhere and get to the end of it.
Calder, this is what he can do. We haven't seen much of him in the opening stages of the game. He delivers off Tom Carr, and they'll settle for the long throw. Calder was the one for me, really. Obviously scored the winning goal in the semi-final at the back end of last season, but you know, he was given a lot of room to roam down the left flank. He was really darting on higher and caused a lot of problems on that day, whereas Carline probably stayed a little bit further back. And so far this evening round, we've seen a lot more of Carline than we have of Calder, albeit a lot of it from long throws.
Yes, certainly so, and it's going to be interesting to see with this long
comes
throws
in
aimed
towards
into
the head of Dean. It's all the way over to the back post.
Nolan's fouled, and Ellis scored an own goal there, and I think he's very fortunate that the referee has blown the whistle beforehand.
I think it's an obvious foul in there, Ryan, but he just can't stop scoring. It depends on no matter what end it's at. It's into his own net.
There was some header as well, by the way. He left Irwood stranded, and it was into the bottom corner. But everybody heard the whistle, so nobody was really playing for sure. So, I mean, that was a heart-in-mouth moment for me for a personal second. But thank goodness the referee blew the whistle on this occasion. Nolan was dragged to the floor there, and it was quite obviously a free kick. Owen to take. Goes nice and long. It's going to aim for Warren Clark. But Cavaliers there to win the second ball. Sampson battling away. That's what he's done all game so far. Oh, it's a nice little flick from Horbury. Just ricochets though off Sampson, and Henley's going to win the clearance. Goes back all the way to Calder on this left-hand side on the dugout once again. Left back throws it all the way back to Zach Lilly.
Interesting that the Vanarama official Instagram account has decided to go with a collaboration post in the to Mark Ellis's goal scoring streak, and I think this already eclipses Mark's goal scoring exploits of last season. Of course, it was the one innocuous goal earlier in the season, Ryan, if you remember, the one that was debated between Jack Sampson and Ellis. Ellis still, I mentioned to us on Saturday that he still believes it was his. Jack Sampson says it was his. But it's a clear push. Referee Sean Taylor allows play to continue. It was a clear push from Matt Lowe, but Brackley just looking to build, and now the linesman over on the far side, the judges to have seen an offside against the visitors.
Yeah, just again seeing just how well organised this Chorley defence is, though, Pete. It's a hard team to crack, and you know, Kidderminster themselves found it tough. They got that one move, but talking about Kidderminster, they have equalised.
Yeah, Ashley Hemmings, the main threat for Harriers at the weekend, has made it 2-2. I think that's his 13th to 14th league goal this season. Elsewhere, another big goal to report. Isaac Sinclair has scored the opener for Curzon Ashton away at Scunthorpe United. Oxford City lead at Peterborough Sports by 1. And that's it. Obviously 2 games postponed this evening. Alfreton versus Darlington and Spenny Morvad versus Radcliffe, both off due to waterlogged surfaces.
Sampson battling hard once again with Gareth Dean.
Great head from Horbury. Andy Caprice. Oh, that's really poor, really late on Calder. What's that? Oran 3 on Tom Carr now in the first 35 minutes. Linesman.
If you hear the Chorley fans around us all shouting for a booking, but the referee on this occasion just doing a warning.
Having a word with Sean Taylor. Scott Wilson. Really late from Calder. It's reckless, and the referee Sean Taylor does he want a word with Calder? He does. I think it'll be a case of that's your last warning, Ricardo.
Yeah, he knows. He's an experienced fullback, isn't he, in this game? He's been through the Aston Villa Academy. He's played his last club before joining here was Rushall Olympic. He knows what he needs to do. He's played for 10 clubs in his career so far and still got plenty of life left in the legs. This is going to be Blakeman to deliver this free kick closest on this dugout side.
Well, Blakeman to deliver, and it goes. It's bending towards Maxted.
Didn't have to move
too much on it. Yeah, didn't have to really move, and just bends it swirling in the air with a bit of wind.
Again, Justine being allowed to really coop after falling to the floor, just doing his defensive work. Again, just so much experience that Dean has. He's so vital to this Brackley back line. Just bosses everybody about, and that's what you need in someone like Dean. But here we go, Brackley down this left-hand side.
Yep, Calder. Looks quite isolated though, you have to say. He's got Carr and he's got Henley there. He's struggling to find a pocket to deliver the cross. Won't want to go with his right, sorry. Does go with his left. Ellis just nudged in the back, but manages to clear to Horbury. Gets his feet together, and Henley just hooks it clear towards Sampson, who off his chest. Good clearance away from Zach Lilly to try and rebuild to Brackley, and Okafor now down the right channel goes
to Tyler Little.
Tommy O'Sullivan, I think it is. Carline interchanging.
Little
delivers left-footed. Not quite see.
Ellis does well just to get it away. And so does Cavalier. Cavalier's holding his foot, but referee
he was caught in his midriff actually, but it's a great ball from Blakeman. Oh, a slack header. Tom Carr chasing down. You've got Jack Sampson going for Maxted now, and fortunately, Blushes was spared. A slack header from Zach Lilly.
You just wonder there if Carr might have gambled a little bit. He could have been in and had potential to score another, but so close. To
be fair to Carr, though, he's obviously come from the other end of the pitch.
Roberts has a shot,
from Roberts. I think that's Brackley's first on target, Ryan.
I think it is. That is our first
on target. Yeah, 40 minutes it's taken.
The stat man next to us, Oren, doing a great job keeping us all up to date with all the stats that we need necessary, giving you all the necessary information. Owen gonna opt to take it on the floor. Gonna maybe drag some time out a little bit here because again, no Brackley player going to close him down.
It's interesting, you know, Matt Owen, the experience he brings to the table. He was doing it against Kidderminster Harriers. There was an interesting one where he was almost told to hurry up to go and get the ball at Agborough, but he wasn't like he was walking slowly. He knew what he was doing, but I don't think he was really bending the rule book in any way. Wasn't booked for his troubles, but Owen will know where he can. He will waste a bit of time. So Henley just inside the Chorley half to take the throw. Calder on Sampson, Dean on Carr, the two targets. It's towards Sampson, who just look at Jack Sampson, have a look at Ricardo Calder as he's pulling his shirt.
Big shout out to Ken Jacobs there in the chat, my dad. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the main man Ken Jacobs, we all know about him, Ryan. Taught you everything you know now, Ryan, I'm sure.
Yep, certainly so.
And a good job as well. We're doing commentary where it's not a 0-0, Ryan.
Yes, that is true. Especially we got rid of the curse of saying it. of saying it's going to be a thriller. it's really made the difference.
So Henley again over, does well there. Sampson, Carr, really a big tough battle for him tonight against Dean. He's done quite well so far, but in terms of physicality, I think it's fair to say Dean's got the upper hand. As Wilson's now in a foot race with Lowe, takes a touch, does well to get it away from himself, decides to hit it long, and Sampson's on the chase. Little takes it first time back to Maxted, who takes a touch. Do you know what, Ryan? That's a fantastic kick from Maxted, and
he's done really well there under
taking
pressure.
It first time. We talked on Saturday, didn't we, about Christian Dibble and how he was so adept with both feet, and Maxted there just so well. Yeah, comment there from Super Dr. Gamer. If Chorley results stay as is, Chorley go up to 4th. That's right. Of course, a game in hand on the majority of teams in and around the top, along with Curzon and Ashton.
We scored a face Chester this season as well, and we have a game in hand on them. So again, that's going to be a massive game when they come to this ground.
The little triangle, I suppose you could call it, of Scarborough, Buxton, and now of course, and Kidderminster, and now Brackley. 2 full-time teams. Another one to come Saturday. It's against South Shields. The games keep on coming thick and fast, and surely been magnificent recently.
Carr's got down this right-hand side. He's got no option available.
3 Brackley players around him. He's going towards the corner as if he's done brilliantly. He's just taken down by Calder
and Lilly as well.
Calder looks to clear Henley.
Good bit of strength.
The Mark Ellis. Just loses his footing, but quite fortuitously holds on. And Joe Nolan just looking to slow it down, does well. Finds Carr. 1-on-1 with Calder. Got him in knots. He's done him absolutely brilliantly. Tom Carr towards the back post.
There's a Chorley player down in the box, and I think it's Warren Clark.
Jack Sampson. Brilliant work again from Carr. Got Calder in absolute knots.
Again, it's just the confidence and the ability on the ball that Tom Carr has. We haven't seen this side of Tom Carr until recently, and it's just getting those games in and starting and getting a nice run of form in, and you can just see the impact it's making on Carr, and it's brilliant to see. And now, Chorley have got an opportunity. Sampson trying to play out wide to Clark. That would have been a real good opportunity, but Sampson still keeps the ball. Cavalier just slowing down the pace once again. Blakeman plays it inside to Sampson. Sampson has a bit of a poor touch, but keeps it under control. Carr's got a chase, got a chance, but it's an important challenge.
Had to be absolutely on the money, that from Ricardo Calder.
But Henley's done well, and he's going to win a throw-in on this right-hand side, and Blakeman is going to take this, and it's going to be from the corner flag.
I think we can know what to expect again, Ryan. It's that age-old, does feel a bit tense in and around the Grand Store Victory Park Stadium. It doesn't look like many have made the long journey up from Northampton. From Brackley, I believe. Brackley set off at 2:30 this afternoon, and they only arrived at 6:45.
Bit of traffic, probably.
Well, albeit with a little bit of a walk involved. Quite a long journey to make on a Tuesday night.
Blakeman to take
Blakeman, in it goes towards the head of Sampson. He flicks it up. Should be a corner.
Corner ball.
It is a corner.
Good to see so many different listeners, by the way. Got one from the Canaries, and
one from Riyadh, one from the Canaries.
Let us know where you're listening in from, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be interesting to see.
Another one as well. Earlier on, apologies, I've missed it. But 1 added minute at the end of this first half. 1 added minute. Blakeman just hesitates before taking it. Horbury was short, but referee Sean Taylor now intervenes, and he's seen something. He's having a word with Gareth Dean and Mark Ellis.
I think Ellis is just trying to make it clear here that if they want his shirt, they can maybe ask for it after the game, but Mark Ellis won't be giving that up anytime soon.
No, I'm sure our self-proclaimed championship kit man Steve Cowell hasn't got many spare shirts to give either.
Yeah, it's quite interesting for you as well, Pete. Mark Ellis did score against Brackley in the last time it was a draw here in a 1-1. Alfie Bates scored the goal for Brackley on that occasion. It was back on the 5th.
Gareth Dean all over Mark Ellis. Over towards Maxted.
Okafor with a massive header.
Blakeman delivers again, has a shot. Stings the palms of Maxted, and you could just see there Mark Ellis just pushes away Gareth Dean, but surely have another corner.
Unbelievable. Look at all the listeners coming in now, and it's got a bit
The
of Grimsby.
tropical island of Eccleston. We'd love to see it.
We've got Bolton. And we've got Spain as well. Love to see it, Alan. We hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. So Blakeman to deliver. And
Sean
again.
Taylor's going to have a word with Mark Ellis and Sean Taylor having a word with Gareth Dean and Mark Ellis.
Again, Ellis is getting frustrated, but that's just a perfect example of the experience. Again from Dean. And it's in! Mike Coverley! Mike Coverley, I think!
It's all the way in. I'm not sure.
Mike Coverley!
It's Mike Calverley. And right on the stroke of half-time, Chorley have the second. Ryan, every single game we talk about Ellis, but Mike Calverley's another one. He's just on brilliant goal-scoring form at the moment.
It is sensational. And guess what? You can get typing away. It's set piece again, ole ole. Simply brilliant.
Yep.
It was Mike Coverley unmarked as well as Mark Ellis. He got to the front post. He got a little flick on it, and it just crawled into the near post.
Yep. Yeah, the goal's being confirmed as Calverley's. These two, as we said at Kidderminster Harriers, Ryan, seems to be in their own little race for the golden boot at Chorley. And Jack Sampson claiming it's his, but I guess we'll have to have a word with either at half-time to confirm it. But that is just perfect for Chorley. Right on the stroke of half-time. They couldn't have timed it any better if they tried. Just what the Magpies needed. A second goal. And Andy Priest's side, although only 45 minutes gone, will be full of confidence. Just telling his players the job's not done yet. So Jack Sampson just saying it is his goal, but we'll have to have a look at it. Are we back after the restart as half-time? Scoreline is Chorley 2, Brackley Town 0. And welcome back for this second half. Chorley to get us underway. A couple of changes to report. For Brackley. Connor Hall, one of them, Ryan, and the other Scott Pollock.
Yeah, Scott Pollock. I think quite a few of the younger audience might know who he is.
Yep.
He's quite a well-known youngster who played for #United. That's really where he made a proper name for himself, caught the eye of many clubs, and went on trial at Leicester City and Crystal Palace. Unfortunately for him, not getting signed on. But
the other one, of course, Ryan, the other change, Connor
Hall.
Hall. We know all about Connor Hall from his time with Chorley.
Yeah, what a player he was. Best season, scoring 20 goals in one season for the Magpies. He'll be looking to score against us tonight, but hopefully, like Chorley did in their away fixture at their place, it'll look to keep him quiet, but it's a mistake at the back for Brackley.
Special mention as well to our assistant manager Chris Anderson, who has had to leave the game this evening as his wife is expecting a baby. So Chris, obviously listening in, we wish everything well for you and for your wife, and hopefully we'll have more goals to report in the second half, Ryan.
Yeah, certainly so. But here's an opportunity for Brackley. The ball goes up.
Okafor
tries to lead
not
up.
given. Andy Priest not happy with that.
Again, it's a change of shape, isn't it? It's at the back, but Wilson's able to clear just quickly. It seems like Carline has switched over to the left-hand side. He's now playing in the left-back role, which Caldner was playing. And it seems like gone to a back four now.
Andy Priest livid with referee Sean Taylor, says, referee, come on.
It's going to be Roberts to take this corner closer to the dugout. Roberts delivers, goes to the near post, it's flicked on, and Matthew Irwin, big save!
Irwin. Unbelievable save from Matt Irwin. How has he kept that one out?
It was destined for the far corner, but he's moved his feet well, he's stretched with his far right hand.
I'm not sure he's got the actual head on that, Ryan, but what a header.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who got that, but it was a perfect... I think it could have been one of the centre-halves. I think it might have been Zach Lilly, if I'm not mistaken.
Unbelievable. Just wait for confirmation on that from the Brackley side of things, Ryan. But there's the danger sign, but unbelievable from Matt Irwin. It's an unbelievable save.
So Owen takes the goal kick after...
How many times, though, Ryan, has Matt Irwin dug us out of trouble? You know, those set-piece situations, you know, the talk of the town, it was Zach Lilly, it was. You know, the talk about set-piece again, ole, ole, but that was Matt Irwin, ole, ole.
Again, it was at Kidderminster as well on the weekend. He just pulls these saves off, which just leaves you gobsmacked every single week. He just helps Chorley crawl over the line, but here comes Connor Hall trying to cause some problems, and Wilson unnecessary. And he's pulled his hamstring. It looks like Wilson's down, and that is a real shame. He's had to pull Hall down there because of his injury, and that is a real shame. And Hall knows he's done that not out of to be nasty, but he just knows it's because of an injury, and that is a big loss. This is going to be for Chorley. And Scott Wilson's been in such fine form as well.
One, I think personally, Ryan, he's really gone under the radar recently, Scott Wilson. He's been absolutely brilliant alongside Ellis. And you can see there Harvey Smith, the man, going to warm up for Chorley. Harvey's been out for 7 or 8 weeks with a vertigo issue that thankfully he looks to have overcome now and got over the worst of. But if it was Wilson, if he can't continue, it would be a massive miss for the Magpies.
It was instantly though, Pete. You saw it straight away. He grabbed the back of his leg, and the physio's just doing some work to him now.
Yeah, Robbie just having a look. Andy Priest looking over. He's not quite made the call for Harvey Smith yet.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a substitution here for
the Brackley fans, the small few of them behind the goal, are calling on referee Sean Taylor just to have a look. Scott Wilson Just have a look for Robbie, the physio, see if he does signal for a substitution. I think it's going to happen though. Harvey Smith stripped and ready. Yep, confirmation of the change.
Oh, it's a new
5 on, 4 off.
It's a quick, it's a new fourth official board, that, Pete, as well.
New subs board, another one of my jobs ticked off for the week.
But this is a threatening position, though. We've got to
light for light change, but it's a big blow that for Chorley. Scott Wilson off, and Harvey Smith will have to be switched on right away.
Yeah, Pollock to take this, number 14.
He looks really upset, Scott Wilson.
It's a good ball.
And it goes a free header wide from Connor Hall.
Again, it was quite fortunate in a sense, though, Pete. It was Hall's position was a bit far away from the goal, and he was just trying to aim it to that near post. He would have had to really move his neck pretty impressively if he was going to aim that towards goal. But here we go. Owen again, take this goal kick. Easy as you like for Owen.
Great to see Harvey Smith back out there, though, Ryan, albeit under the circumstances.
Yeah, definitely so. It's been about time, been some time, and Harvey was again when he was starting was putting in real good work alongside Mark Ellis and Scott Wilson. So again, he's a player that can be relied on. There he goes, already into action, putting a big header. Calls for fouls.
Space opens up here for Brackley.
Pollock out wide.
Oh.
Can't get it through this time to George Carline, but Pollock keeps the ball well. He's got Henley and Calverley over there to deal with, but plays it back to Byrne. Just on the opposite side now, on the edge of the penalty area. Now come down towards the line, and it's going to be a corner ball. Pollock's done really, really well there to get a corner from kicking it against Adam Henley, who looked to see it out, but Pollock slides and kicks it against him, and that caught the fullback off guard. But this is another chance for Brackley to deliver a cross, but this time from the opposite side.
Yeah, and surely after he switched on, obviously the entirety almost of Brackley's side in the box. You can see then that battle that continues between Gaz Dean and Mark Ellis. Dean goes to the front post, flicks it back, headed towards Connor Hall, who
just completely miskicks it.
Yeah, miskicks it, but it was good from Gareth Dean at the front post. He just beat Mark Ellis, got away from his marker and flicked it with the back of his head. Connor Hall, that's 2 chances now for him where really I think he would have thought done better. It's
quite interesting to see the set piece routine, quite similar to what Chorley tried to do in a sense sometimes. Aim for that near post, get a little flick on, and then usually that's where the drama happens, but thankfully Chorley just didn't get got a bit fortunate on this occasion.
Good head from Nolan in midfield as little battles away with Clark. This time Nolan taken to the floor.
Cavalier does well to scooch it away, but
Dean
heads it back.
Was he just holding his... No, I thought he was just holding his hamstring there, Gareth Dean, but I think he's okay. He does actually, just look at him there, Ryan. Is he walking a little bit gingerly?
Yeah, it looks a little bit of discomfort. Again, he's just holding down, crouching
Great header
down.
from Harvey Smith.
You'll see now, Pete, if he has to do any sprint, I think if he has got any discomfort at all, he won't want to go in a foot race, that is for sure.
Well, it just looks like he's running a bit off. I could be wrong.
Could just be his age.
Might be me. Well, another veteran centre half who's played at National League North level for so long. Elsewhere, we'll have a look. Any more goals gone in National League North? Hereford, a goal to the good.
So Blakeman now with a long throw on this dugout side.
Market. Calverley just goes up for that one.
It's in the middle of the park now. Hall flicks it on. Again, Chorley body getting in the way though. Blakeman picks it up, plays it inside to Henley, and Blakeman's completely taken out.
Plays advantage though, and Pollock was in late on Blakeman, but Carr, right hand side, got to be careful he doesn't lose it. He has done. Carline looks to reinvigorate an attack for Brackley, but he can't. Good touch from Sampson, down, taken on by Carr. Ooh, Carr goes down under a challenge, but play continues, and now Sampson does well, finds Calverley in the middle of midfield. Blakeman looks in search of Carr, asking a bit too much, but the ball lands back at Brackley's. And now Blakeman struggling to see there because of the stairs, but Blakeman does well. Carr finds Clark. That's the cross, Little, got to be careful. Oh, very nearly gives away a penalty towards the back post.
Shouts for handball.
It's still Henley off the line. Oh my God, how has it not gone in? Horbury. Oh!
golden chance.
Oh
golden.
my goodness.
And it's a corner ball.
It's a corner. It's a save adjudged from Johnny Maxted.
An absolute golden opportunity there for Chorley.
That's a big chance. 57th minute. And
Brackley bodies, though, getting their body on the line.
56th minute, I beg your pardon, but wow, a proper melee inside the box.
So Blakeman to take, again, on the dugout side. It's going to be an outswinger on this occasion, on his left foot. Horbury shows it short, but Blakeman to deliver. Aims to the centre spot. Tries to get
Horbury
to
might go
Cavalier,
for it again, he does. Okafor on Smith. Uses his body.
Ellis
Pressure
closing
still
down.
on though. Ellis now on Tyler Little.
Ellis is furious. The referee's given a foul away there, but
And the fans behind us, Ryan, not happy either.
it looked like Ellis won the ball from Byrne. Byrne tried to do a fancy little flick, a little bit of trickery, and it fell to Sampson. Sampson would have had a chance, but it's Zach Lilly who has gone down with an issue here, centre half.
Holding his head in his hands, Ryan.
And this is not a good, I wouldn't say this is good news here, Pete, because there's not many options on the bench here for the visitors with defensive shape. So let's see what they do.
The obvious defensive option is Justin Donowa, but Justin, of course, formerly of Chorley, last season on loan up from Altrincham, recognised winger really, or turned wing back if you like, maybe at right back at a push. So certainly,
I think Pete,
no other centre halves on the bench for Brackley.
Maybe you could just go with. Again, if just looking at him, I think George Carlisle might have to be the one who'd go into centre half.
Square peg round, hold it a little bit.
And then you would bring on Justin Donowa, who would go and play in that wing back role.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's the likeliest solution. If Zach Lilly can't continue, just looking over.
They're looking to the bench here, Pete. I don't think it's a good sign, unfortunately. Again, he's not had a bad game here, Lilly, at all. It's just unfortunate, quite like Scott Wilson. Just once the muscle pops or goes off, it's just you've got to go off. You can't play on. It's just near impossible to run. Can't speak for myself with an injury like that, Pete, but
no,
it's not a nice one to have. I can't imagine.
Just having a look now. A few words being had with regards to Zach Lilly. It is Donowa the one who is getting warm.
He's going to sit. It's just going to drink some water. He's going to give it a go here. Maybe it's just a tactical possible thing, but he's again the manager's having a word, just saying, "Are you okay to continue?"
Smith versus Okafor. Smith slotted in quite seamlessly. To be fair, considering he's not played for so long. Warren Clark.
I thought that was a Chorley ball there, personally.
Frustrated at felt the throw should have gone the other way, but Chorley up to the task, and Horbury's done brilliantly there to beat away from Shane Byrne. Unfortunately, although actually Sean Taylor's given the foul, the throw to Chorley. Oren next to us grins because I think he, as well as we knew, it should have been the other way around.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a bit fortunate though that the throw before was a Chorley throw, but on this occasion it wasn't. A little bit of a mistake there at the back from the experience of Dean, just missing his header on this occasion. But so Brackley throwing anyway, came off a Chorley body last. I think it was Clark on this occasion.
Blakeman up against Byrne does well. Blakeman gets up. Horbury now with Byrne. Pollock tries to get a touch.
Pollock goes down. It's a throw-in again to Chorley.
Apologies if you can hear any the fruity language behind us. Hopefully he isn't picking it up, but
again Harvey Smith throwing the ball to Blakeman, and it's going to be Blakeman take this long throw.
Mention as well, Ryan, good to see Stephen Drench back in the dugout, back on the in with Chorley. Obviously Drenchy unfortunately had a bit of an illness.
Connor Hall's in here, Pete. Takes a great touch.
Well
Ellis
done,
there.
Ellis. I think he took too long there, Connor Hall, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a great ball over the top from the centre half. It could have been Lilly or Dean, I think. And Connor Hall spotted it straight away. He made that run as every experienced striker would, but he wasn't able to get that shot away. Gave Ellis and other Magpies defenders a comeback and put a strong foot in. Again, really important work at the back from Chorley, just to keep Connor Hall quiet.
Yeah,
again,
Connor Hall, that's what he can do. And
Roberts delivers the corner.
good head from Blakeman.
Really important.
George Horbury, to be fair, he's been absolutely relentless tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, that's his energy levels, Pete, isn't it? He's a
second
workhorse.
Balls up towards Okafor, headed away by Jack Sampson all the way. Still stays back. Jack Sampson just knows that opportunity still knocks for Brackley, and seems to be up in the ante as they probably need to be in the last 5 minutes or so.
Little, can he beat Clark? He's going to try down this right-hand side. Clark's just showing him to the line, and he's going to see it out.
Does well, Warren. Brilliant from Warren Clark.
He hasn't got any options though. Clark's got to get rid of it somehow. Blakeman gets it to a goal kick.
Yeah,
really
brilliant
smart
from Blakeman as
for
well.
Blakeman.
We're in the Champions League this evening. Man City lead Real Madrid by a goal to 0. The second half there has just kicked off.
I think everybody knows what they'd rather watch, surely, on a Tuesday night than Real Madrid Man City, that is for sure. Owen now takes a goal kick. Goes just over the halfway line to Sampson, but it's Dean who wins the header this time.
Done well there again, Harvey Smith. Just seems to have the better of Okafor so far since coming on. Sampson chasing, does well.
Ooh.
Gets his foot on it. Really tenacious work from Sampson. Drives it across the box, and it's somehow... Oh, it's right across the face. Tom Carr was there. Came in at such ferocity, Ryan, and Carr putting his body on the line to try and get on the end of it, but he just can't. And Maxted...
It's a substitution now, and you are right, Pete.
Donowa. Looks like will it be Lily? Surely.
I think it will be Lily. And it is. Zach Lily off.
Zach Lily off, and Justin Donowa. Formerly of Chorley is on.
And like I predicted, Pete, it's going to be George Carline to go into that centre half position, and Donowa to go in that left back role.
Does really well there though. Sampson again, another one who you feel sometimes goes under the radar. May not be the most prolific in front of goal, but the work he provides on and off the ball is just fantastic.
Just see the ball bobbling there when it went back to Maxted. He had to watch that ball carefully. Clears it up, but Ellis is there to meet it. Horbury now trying to claw the ball back. Spec to Byrne. He plays it over the top, and you just see the pace of Okafor. He's going down this right-hand side, the 22. Plays it across goal. Henley's there.
Get it properly, Henley.
Hall falls to the floor. Referee says no chance.
Brackley supporters behind the goal. Outraged. Feel that their side have been denied a penalty. You can hear a Brackley member of staff on the press bench says no way. And I think, Ryan, Chorley may have got away with that on face value.
I think Hall was already starting to fall personally here, Pete. Henley did have his arms around him, but it wasn't enough for the referee to tempt him into giving a penalty. But they won't mind now because George Carline's got a long throw in on this opposite side of the dugout.
Be one to look at certainly after the game. Connor Hall, you are right, he did seem to be on his way down, but was there enough contact is the question. Pollock. Got to be careful with the feet here, surely. Blakeman does the sensible thing and pumps it clear towards Carr.
Again, that's really good work at the back there from Little and Donowa. Really good work from them too. Again, Warren, it's good work there from
Shane Byrne, another one with bags and bags of experience.
Yeah,
Brackley Twitter claiming that it was
Shane
pretty
Byrne
much a
represented
penalty.
the Republic.
Let's just have a look what's going on here. Is it a case of Sean Taylor having a word with... He's going to have a word with Brackley Town manager Gavin Cowan, and he is booked.
Yeah, Pete, it's quite a fun fact about Shane Byrne. He did represent the Republic of Ireland at under 17, under 19 level. So
quite a long time ago, though.
Yeah, that was a few years ago when he was a young fella. But here comes Clark, plays it into Tom Carr. Carr's got an opportunity here to make it free. And it's off the line!
Off the line towards Horbury. He's going to go for it. It's another one.
So close. It was Justin Donowa who cleared it off the line. Okafor's claiming for a foul. Hall whacks it absolutely blast it against Blakeman. Blakeman firms it. And again, Blakeman now gets the ball back after Scott Pollock gives it away. Nolan now on the ball, plays it out wide to Henley on that right-hand side now.
It's interesting that Ryan, that booking for Cowan is the first booking of the evening.
That's a surprising one. Nolan down the right-hand side to Caverley. Roberts, though, picks the ball up nicely. And it's going to be a throw-in to Chorley. Pollock can't believe it, hands in head on that right-hand side, but I think it was a Chorley throw-in, in all fairness to the linesman on that opposite side to us. Again, Chorley have done really well so far to keep someone like Matt Lowe really quiet. Again, he's been such a creative threat for Brackley this season. He's got 7 goals and 6 assists this season. You know, someone like that, it's just with that strike partnership that they formed, obviously with Connor Hall and himself, it's quite a threatening thing. Low on the pitch now, he's playing on this right hand side while Okafor and Hall lead the front too, so it's quite an interesting system now in place. Seems to me, Pete, this could be almost like a 4-2-2 in some aspects. Carr wins the header. Sampson trying to chase back. Dean gets the clearance though. Sampson was able to win that. It could have been in. But it's good clearance, and Harvey Smith just been shrugged off the ball.
Well done, Mike Calverley. Pushes Connor Hall, but Calverley beaten to it by Pollock. I think if it goes... Oh... You can hear the grievance behind the goal. Sorry, behind us, Ryan, whereas the Brackley fans behind the goal.
Celebrate it like a goal.
It was a corner to Brackley. Once ashore, both sets of players were claiming, regardless of where the ball was going. Littles looks like he's going to go short. And arm is up, Morgan Roberts. We'll just
Brackley
reposition the ball, and just watch out again, Mark Ellis and Gareth Dean. Pushing, shoving, Dean goes to the front post.
And it's in.
Scott Pollock. And Scott Pollock's got one back for Brackley. Warren Clark looks in a lot of pain. Matt Irwin's over at referee Sean Taylor. A Brackley supporter has taken his top off.
There's calls for a foul from Matt Irwin, but again the official and linesman don't think any of it. But Brackley are back in it. They're attacking the Frank Powell stand end. So
out of nothing, really, that Ryan.
It is, but
the game on.
Ever since Connor Hall has come on the pitch here, Pete.
And what you've got to say though, Ryan, is that corner.
Yep. Again, it's a controversial moment. The linesman has let Chorley down on this occasion. Again, you don't see Harvey Smith letting that out if he wasn't 110% sure that it was a goal kick. You just don't see someone like him making a mistake like that, because he knows as well. It wasn't just Harvey Smith, it was Warren Clark, it was everybody on that side. Blakeman, Mark Ellis, they all thought it was a goal kick, and it's come from nothing. And again, Chorley going to need to get a third here.
Yep, Chorley getting back on, and Jack Sampson's up with Gareth Dean.
It's a big header from Dean, because Sampson was about to arrive on the end of that.
You could just hear Andy Priest there though, Ryan, where he said, Lino, you better have got that one right, because that ultimately lets Brackley back in. And Connor Hall now putting on the afterburners, pressurising Adam Henley. Those two know all about each other, having played together. Surely you've got to be switched on. The clean sheet's gone, the game hasn't gone yet. Surely have been the better side inside the opening 70 minutes, but you know what they say, goal change games, and hopefully from a Chorley point of view, game doesn't turn against them now.
Quite a clear and obvious goal kick on that occasion. Referee's just having a word with one or two players.
Substitution for Chorley, it's Cole Hall.
Coming on for Jack Sampson.
Hall coming on for number 9, Jack Sampson, who, fair to say, Ryan, he's put in a proper shift tonight.
Yeah, again, he showed why Andy Priest gave him the nod ahead of Cole Hall, but Cole Hall will be coming on here with a bit of maybe frustration that he hasn't started tonight. He'll be looking for a point to prove, saying White, you shouldn't have dropped me after that Kidderminster performance.
Here comes Cole Hall, another one who's been in good form recently, albeit without finding the back of the net.
Irwin to take a goal kick once again over to the halfway line. Again, it's an important header from a Brackley player off low. Okafor then gives a foul away, which Nolan smartly wins. Hall's trying to stand on top of it, make sure the ball doesn't go any further.
From round the corner, fantastic to see Sarah.
Irwin
Don't
again.
put your exact address in, please.
Irwin just shouting a bit of a few words there.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Obviously, got to be conscious. The referee Sean Taylor had a pretty good first half, but you've got to make sure that he doesn't sort of lose control of this game as it edges towards its climax.
Again, the thing is, it's the importance of this game as well, Pete, which is why tackles might start to fly in now, because both teams know what a win means here tonight in terms of the table, what it means towards the end. But here go Cole Hall with a brilliant flick on header. Clark's going to chase it, and now he's on the ball down this left-hand side.
Clark against
Beats
Little. Will take the corner though. And the corner, Ryan, just so happens to be exactly where our cameraman Dave and videographer Aidan are, and we know what normally tends to follow. Either they run the other way, and last couple maybe they have gone the right way. But yeah, currently stands Chorley 2, Brackley 1, 71 minutes gone as Brackley have just got to go back through Scott Pollitt from a set piece. Blakeman to deliver one here though for Chorley as they look for their third.
Go just over the head of Ellis on this occasion. Blakeman's going to let it roll out. Another corner.
You could see there that Ellis was up, but it was just a couple of inches too high for him to get on the end of it.
It's that movement though that Ellis has to go into the near post. It's so dangerous. Even Dean can't keep up with him. The centre half. So centre half on centre half here.
See
between
then
Dean
again,
and
no,
Ellis.
it's Dean and Ellis again, as you say, Ryan. Both Dean
Look at
all
that,
over
holding
him.
his shirt. The referee has got
Can
to
just
surely
watch
have
Sean
a...
Taylor.
Again, he's holding his shirt there. The referee just
Harvey
lets
Smith
go.
heads on to Cole Hall. And referee Sean Taylor surely has to intervene.
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
Shakes of the head from Andy Priest, who will be asking the referee what more does he need to do to give a penalty in this instance to Chorley.
I think if Ellis actually went down there, the official would have given something, because he was holding his shirt, he was pulling him to the ground. It's obvious, and there's been a foul there.
Mike Carverley goes down.
Again, it's just the referee's not really willing to give any free kicks if a player does go down in a black and white shirt right now.
Yeah, it's just been one of those where he is letting a lot go, but you have to sort of, where do you draw the line, if you like?
He's allowing a lot of shirt pulling, which is quite surprising. Ellis just puts his foot through it, and Max had to make sure he got it that right. Hall flicks it on to Roberts. Henley's got to get a foot in, but it's going to be Horbury, and Nolan's going to clean up and going to pass it back to to Irwin. Sorry, no, not on this occasion. Goes forward, back to Byrne. Tom Carr's going to try and put a foot in, but Byrne keeps the ball well. Plays it inside to Roberts, and Nolan gives away a free kick. Again, this is going to be a good position to deliver a free kick. Just in between the halfway point, between the box and the halfway line.
Yeah, it's just frustrating in that instance, obviously, looking at in terms of the way that the play is just falling at the moment, Ryan. Just seems that Chorley just need to sort of get themselves back in this a little bit. Obviously 2-1 to the good at the moment. We can just see there Craig Hewitt getting himself ready. It'd be great to see him back on for the final 15 minutes or so. It looks like we are going to see him very shortly. The ball comes in, it's headed on clean by... Oh, wow, he smashes the floor in frustration, Okafor.
It's a corner ball.
A tap on the arm of Matt Owen. He looks like he must have got a touch on that. 74th minute, corner to the visitors Brackley after another smart piece of goalkeeping down low from Matt Owen. Roberts to take, in swinging, over the top all the way through. Chorley scramble clear.
You're seeing the threat though now of this the set piece. Lowe's Surely offside, he's on.
Connor Hall. Pollock goes for the acrobatics. Ball's not over yet. Ball back in. Pollock, great first touch. Calverley over the top from Pollock, and he's been bright since he came on, Ryan.
Yeah, him and Connor Hall have massively changed this game. They're causing absolute troubles for this Chorley back line. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see the set piece routine off Brackley. They're putting it towards the back post, but they're putting it on top of Irwin. They're seeing it as maybe a weak point in this Chorley defence. Irwin's height, he's not the tallest of keepers, we have to say, but what he makes up for in height, he makes up for in some incredible saves. But it's just a notable fact just to see them targeting that, because Irwin's just been boxed in and he can't come and claim for it. And with the height that Brackley have as well, they are leaping head and shoulders sometimes above Chorley players and getting the ball towards goal.
It's interesting, we mentioned there about Craig Hewitt possibly be introduced, but he has now sat back down.
Low down his right hand side, delivers a cross in to Hall, Porton block from Ellis. Fall
kindly. And you can see the frustration of Morgan Roberts, who has his head in his hands, frustrated not being able to get on the end of that. Puts a thumbs up towards Shane Byrne, but over on that far side, Tom Carr, I think, what was it, rolling his fifth foul against, must be for Tom Carr by now, and again he just must be one of the best. And here's another change for Brackley, another attacking change.
Danny Newton.
Like for like though, Miracle Okafor coming off, and Danny Newton, that man spoke about early in the first half, another player who's quick, direct, gets in behind, and just the sort of player that Gavin Cowan will want to go for it in the last 15 minutes. See, Real Madrid have equalised against Manchester City in the Champions League.
Yeah, Graham Littler, I think I've got to agree with you on that one. It could be a long 15 minutes to go, because Brackley have started to be on the front foot after they've got their goal. They really are mounting the pressure. Chorley just, I think, need to get their foot on the ball a little bit more and just control the game, see it out. Yeah,
Blakeman chased down by Newton. He just decides to go long, but it is a good ball. It's towards Carr, and Gareth Dean has to concede a throw.
It's going to be Blakeman to take this long throw in on this left-hand side.
So the throw over on our near side, Blakeman's delivery goes flat towards the head of Cole Hall. It's across the box. It's
yes!
It's Mike Calverley again!
Set piece again.
Goes absolutely bananas in the dugout, as do the Chorley players and the supporters behind the goal. Gavin Cowan shakes his head. Chorley 3-1. Could that be the deciding goal for the Magpies?
Graham Littler, you said we needed to roll our sleeves up. The boys must have got that message, and we've got that all-important third goal. We've extended the gap to 2 now in the goals, and that is absolutely vital.
Set piece again, ole ole.
Set piece
another
again.
One again. Mike Calverley from the throw. Yes, Lee, it's 3-1 to Chorley.
We've got to say, Chris, if Chris is listening, I hope he's celebrating now, because that's an important goal. And it is that man again. It's Mike Calverley. Him and Mark Ellis have a healthy relationship for this Golden Boot race this season. I'm sure the bonuses in their contract, they're certainly laughing that one up. Blakeman, though, on the restart, gets it cleared. Cole Hall's going to try and chase it, but it goes out for a throw-in. Brackley throw on this in the dugout side. Again, such an important goal, that. Tyler Little with a big throw, but again it's cleared, and Justin Dewana is going to go forward, plays it through to Roberts, who hits the side of netting, and the commentary team for Brackley thought that went in, and for a split second I did too. Thankfully on this occasion, it's the wrong side of the netting.
Yeah, you just feel that, is that a case of it's on stings the tail of Brackley No, is that a case if it takes the wind out of the sails of Brackley? They looked like they were coming into the game, and well, now it is a mammoth task for Gavin Cowan's side to get back in to this game with the clock ticking.
Tries to put it over the top there to Lowe. Cleared away on this occasion. Nolan though, massive header. Warren flicks, cushions it down, but it's cleared once again.
Done Harvey Smith, Danny Newton goes down. Calverley's been colossal tonight.
Blakeman trying to get back to his feet. Low down this right-hand side. Blakeman with an important challenge. You let that roll up for a Chorley throw. Again, I've got to say, Connor Hall has really, really impressed me though since he's come off the bench.
Listen, we know all about Connor Hall. We know what he can bring to the table, and he'll have been frustrated tonight not to have started the game, but he's shown just what he can bring to the table since coming on.
Yeah, certainly can. And Hall's going to apply some pressure to George Carline. Again, he's only one back, and Maxted's going to clear it.
Hall
just goes longer
putting a bit of pressure on Maxted, and Mark Ellis is up nicely, falls nicely to Tom Carr now, who tries to offload it to Tom Carr. Andy Priest just calling for his side to press.
Big header from Smith. And really well worked from Horbury. Somehow not given a foul.
Sean Taylor's not giving that as a foul. Horbury clearly chopped down on halfway, but Brackley now looking to come again.
Carline to Don Wide, plays it back. Shane Byrne again picks up the ball.
Comment there just come in saying we should try and bring Connor Hall back, but of course Connor decided to make the move to Brackley, wanted to live closer to home. His parents based down in Banbury, the nearest train station to Brackley, so makes sense. But great to see Connor before the game. Be great to catch up with him after the game. A great player, great lad, and
Hall's got such a big battle on his hands here, by the way, Pete. You just see the difference between Sampson battling it out and Gareth Dean, between them two. And Cole Hall's got to really fight his way with Dean because he's such a physical defender, isn't he? He likes to get nice and tight and get a bit dirty. Cole's
done brilliantly there, Tom Carr. Another foul. Justin Donovan this time on Tom Carr, sorry, and he's booked for his troubles. Left Tom Carr with nowhere to go. Has he booked both?
Again, it's a
I thought he'd booked Donovan there. I don't know if did he book two?
Again, you just got to give credit to Carr. He's been such a magnet for fouls today, and he's just worked his socks off from minute one. And you can just see why Andy Priest is just repaying the faith week in, week out with Carr starting at the minute, and it's fantastic to see. Hall, though, tries to win the header, but can't on this occasion. Ellis heads it right back, and that goes massively over the halfway line. But Blakeman now gets the ball back. Plays it long. Dean's able to head it away on this occasion. Byrne plays it over the top, hoping to catch out Smith, but Smith does well to head it back forward. A bit of a game of head tennis at the minute. But Horbury now gets the ball on the floor.
Yeah, it was Justin Donovan who was booked there for Brackley.
Nolan, though, in the middle of the park, plays it to Cavalli, plays it back to Smith. Smith just slowing the pace down once again.
Chorley just managing the game very well here. Got to be on that, and Horbury gets up, finds Hall, chests it back towards Horbury. Can't get on the end of it. Foot race now between Blakeman and Hall, and
bit of a miscommunication there at the back between Smith and Ellis. Both went for it, but
another one where you have to argue like it could easily have been a throw for Brackley, but referee Sean Taylor says no, it's a throw for the Magpies.
I've got to say though that Chorley fans tonight have not stopped singing. They really have been that 12th man on the pitch tonight, and that is the difference. This home support really carries this Chorley team through games at times, and the players and manager all appreciate it greatly, and it's just sensational that again the 12th man. That's why I got such a strong home record here this season.
Absolutely, like we said earlier in the game, Ryan only lost 2 games at home this season, and just a testament to how good Chorley have been, especially at home.
Nolan important header up. Horbury's got to work hard to get this ball back from Byrne. He plays it down this right-hand side to Little. He just kicks it inside, hoping for the best. Roberts with a bit of strength. Gets known off the ball. Clark trips up Roberts. And it's important. It's a free kick in a dangerous
referee
position.
Sean Taylor just runs into Shane Byrne there, and now Joe Nolan and Morgan Roberts exchange words. Shane Byrne just taps the bottom of referee Sean Taylor, sorry.
The Irishman not very happy with that one. Try to take it quickly, but Little's going to take this free kick. The right back would love to deliver a good cross here.
Later scores in National League North, just once this free kick has been taken. It's a good delivery, headed away by Smith. Brackley's still over, and Blakeman just hooks it clear high towards Carr, who does well, puts a bit of pressure on Carline, and now Pollock. Warren Clark does really well there, and Andy Priest just shows his frustration towards the fourth official. So he believes it was a throw into Chorley. The linesman on our near side says no, it's a Brackley throw.
On this occasion, I've got to agree with Andy Priest. It came off Pollock's foot. That's why the power and pace of it. But it is going to be Donowat to take this long throw, and he's got a hell of a throw on him as well.
Good point. That actually, I must admit, I'd forgotten about Justin Donowat's long throw. Another one of his attributes that was part of his game when he was a Chorley player. So we'll just go through some of the latest scores. Remains Scunthorpe 0, Curzon Ashton 1, Peterborough Sports 1, Oxford City 1, Hereford 2 goals to the good. Away at Needham Market, Marine 2-0 up now against Rushall in a massive clash at the bottom of the table. Leamington 2 goals to the good against Warrington. The corner comes in, it's down towards Newton, who half-heartedly hits the shot.
A really impressive block from Mark Ellis. He had to get there, and he did, sliding in. But smart ball there from Byrne.
Still not over yet for Brackley. Just drills it across to Carline. He goes towards the box. Ellis clears, it's sliced. And a chase on for Warren Clark, who just pulls out of the 50-50. And Gareth Dean just puts his foot through it, and in turn he just gives his own hand a bit of a slap and says, why did I do that?
You've got to feel, though, there, if Warren Clark got his foot to that, surely we're in there.
Yeah, it was a close one for Warren. And also at the top of the table, clash between Chester and Kidderminster the Harriers remains a goal apiece, and Buxton versus South Shield is the only game that remains goalless this evening. Certainly wouldn't have had that as down as a 0-0 before kick-off.
Surely a foul, and it
challenge
is.
That from Newton, I think it was on
it was Hall.
I couldn't tell if it was Ellis and Newton, and then it's collided with Hall, but you could just see Mark Ellis being picked up by Connor Hall.
Yeah, what happened there, Pete? Hall just jumped on top of Ellis on that occasion, and the referee just had to give it a foul because he didn't win his header. It's quite obvious, but we appreciate the words there, Alan and Lee, about the commentary.
Yeah.
This should become a regular thing.
Absolutely.
Weekly.
Certainly this Saturday, and we'll be doing everything we possibly can to make it happen away from home again, dependent on things like Wi-Fi signal, all the technical stuff. Funnily enough, the Chorley Wi-Fi is actually down tonight, so you can have my phone data to thank for that, as Cole Hall just slipped. Not the first time he slipped, Cole Hall, since coming on, and nearly got in. Tom Carr putting pressure on Donowa and Hall on Dean.
That's just the long legs of
foul
Hall
against Hall.
I think that caught Dean off there, because Hall was quite a bit away, and you just see the long strides come across. He puts a foot in, stands on top of his foot, but it was definitely a free kick on this occasion, and again it just gives Brackley that opportunity to get the keeper to take up this long free kick, and they'll hope for a flick on, and Hall will probably be trying to run him behind. Blakeman's got to be switched on here with Hall just inside of him.
Yep, and then the ball comes over the top towards Carline. It's allowed to bounce, but Calverley's there again to head it clear. Only as far as Roberts. Now Byrne in the heart of the midfield. Right hand side, Little goes to deliver it. Comes off of the foot of Joe Nolan. It's
Smith
an awkward one, but surely eventually. Great touch from Cole Hall to half clear, but he does inadvertently give the ball away to Connor Hall. Right hand side, cross comes in. Great
call.
Communication, a great call from Matt Irwin there. Harvey Smith was looking to put his foot through it, but instead got the call from the number one in goal. And the ball is in his hands.
There was a moment there that goes a bit underappreciated, but Cole Hall does really well to track the runner and go with it, because otherwise it was a free cross, and he got that all-important touch which enabled Irwin to gather that. So it's really important and underappreciated work. Dean just dragging Hall to the floor, and it's a free kick.
5 added minutes, Ryan.
Yeah, 5 long minutes, shall we say, but it's a 2-goal cushion. 5 minutes left to play. Chorley should be able to see this out, but hopefully it's not a commentator's curse. I haven't had the opportunity to say that too much this season.
Yeah, thankfully not, and you'd like to think, Ryan, with the 2-goal buffer it should be enough. Just to mention, the attendance confirmed this evening at the Grant Store Victory Park Stadium was 866. I think, Ryan, fair to say, do a quick head count of the Brackley supporters, we probably got about 20 at most.
Blakeman, though, delivers this free kick. It goes to Cole Hall. Handball, surely! Official. Cole Hall's been brought down.
Play continues. There was first a shot of handball, and then
Aubrey inside to Cavalier, who shoots!
Oh, what
it's a
save!
fantastic save, but cut! Ellis! It's a brace for Ellis!
Mark Ellis has done it again! Wow!
Unbelievable!
Ellis, the man on the end of the shot. It was an unbelievable save from Johnny Maxted to deny Mike Calverley, but Mark Ellis again, Johnny on the spot, right place, right time, scores to make it 4-1 to Chorley.
I think there would have been outrage, Pete, if there wasn't a penalty given, by the way. But we won't care now because it's a Chorley goal. Chorley up to 4-1 now, and that is game, set, and match. Mark Ellis, he is a real poacher in the box.
Can't believe it, Ryan.
Unbelievable. 5 goals in 4 games. It's just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. From a centre half, he should be, honestly, everybody's saying King Ellis, he should be knighted. That is for sure. He should be King of Chorley. He is the King of Chorley. That's the new name. Mark Ellis, the King of Chorley. Blakeman, though, delivers well, gets it away on this occasion. It's going to be Dean, though, to take this throw in. The next Lord Mayor, that's definitely. I don't think anybody would be against that, Alan. There's still work to do. Chorley got to see this game out. Ellis just lets it run through to Irwin, who's just going to take some time. Scott Pullett's going to chase it down, and Irwin's going to pick it up.
Yeah, again, massive thank you to everyone who's listened in this evening and for your comments and feedback. It's greatly appreciated in the start of a really exciting project for us at Chorley. Is man of the match confirmed, chosen by sponsors the Spinners at Cowling as number 3 Mark Ellis. No surprise really.
Thank you, Ed, for the nice words. Much appreciated. Again, everybody's been so supportive. Again, we want to make this a regular thing. I unfortunately won't be here for the next week. So, but he will be joined by a special co-commentator who will be revealed in the next couple of days. But I will be back after that week away.
Mamadou Toure and Dubem Eze both coming on. And Craig Hewitt as well. So triple change from Andy Priest. 3 changes in total. And a real statement win. It was a real statement win earlier in the season when Chorley won away at Brackley, and this feels like another one again where, you know, Andy Priest will be absolutely delighted with the performance of his side.
Again, it's brilliant though. It's this whole coaching team have put in so much work for this game. You can see the benefit. You can see the players have listened to, you know, Owen, his feedback about the analysis. You know, Matthew Swift. You know,
Christie in the S&C.
Exactly.
Ando, of course, can't forget Ando, the assistant. It's just a real team effort. You know, the staff, the players, everyone just comes together, and we mentioned on Saturday to Andy, you know, the real Chorley DNA, and tonight again feels very much a case of that.
Again, Henley doing well to see it out for a throw-in instead of a corner. Again, not long left to play, only a minute or so on the whistle, I believe. It's going to be a long throw for the Bermuda international of Justin Donawat. Again, he's played for 7 clubs throughout his career so far. But Donawat takes, and it's going to be a corner ball. Again, Morgan Roberts is going to take this corner ball. Again, he scored his last goal in the 3-2 defeat against Hereford, but not on this occasion. Roberts can't get in on the goal.
You
act.
see as well, Ryan, as that comes in, a free header from Connor Hall goes wide, but Scott Wilson, good to see him. He's out just having a look at the remainder of the game. Seems to be okay-ish, you could say, in terms of how he's walking.
Hearing chants of Andy Priest Army.
Andy Priest's Black and White Army, indeed, Ryan, and you'd expect that will probably be that on what will be a memorable evening for all of the 800, nearly 900 or so who've come out on a freezing cold Tuesday night tonight, Ryan.
Going to take this long kick again, just get it as far as he can, really. Hall tries to jump and flick it on. And Henley now going to play it down this right-hand side, maybe to Eze, but again, he just backs himself and continues to run towards the corner. And he's intercepted on this occasion by Danny Newton. And that's the full-time whistle.
Andy Priest shakes the hand of Gavin Cowan, who will have been looking to get a bit of revenge tonight for the visitors, but revenge it certainly wasn't, and more misery piled on Brackley Town as Chorley run out 4-1 winners this evening thanks to goals from Mark Ellis and Mike Calverley, 2 apiece. Of course, a consolation it only was for Scott Pollock. But Ryan, all in all, 4 wins on the spin, 8 games unbeaten now, and more momentum to take us into a huge game back at home, the first game at home on a Saturday for quite some time against South Shields. Got to be happy, Ryan.
Yeah, again, thank you to everybody who's tuned in from around the world. We've had people from Spain, Riyadh, the Canaries, you know, everywhere. Thank you very much, and all the people in England have had a good listen. Much appreciated. But again, we hope you've enjoyed the commentary. But it's a massive win, Pete. It's a massive win at the top end of the table. It gives us more confidence in the second half, the end game of the season.
Yeah,
massive games coming up as well.
Absolutely, a real statement win, as I mentioned, Ryan. You know, a huge game in prospect against South Shields this weekend, where, again, Andy Priest said to me that, you know, he'd always rather points on the board, but can't fault the last 4 games. 12 points of a possible 12, and it literally doesn't get any better than that.
No, it doesn't, and it's just what Chorley need as well. We had that little patch where it was a bit unknown, the results weren't going our way, but now we're in this point of the season where it's just starting to click. We've got players back fit. Ellis was gone for a while, Nolan gone for a while, Hewitt's coming back after his ankle injury. It's just players are coming back at the right time in the season, and the most important thing is they've got to stay fit, and that is going to be crucial for Chorley and their playoff campaign, or potentially even for a mini title chance.
Well, absolutely.
We're still involved in that.
Absolutely, and a big positive again tonight to see Craig Hewitt back among the subs, Harvey Smith make his comeback, you know, Deba Meze. You know, there's so many options there available now. Chorley obviously a small squad, but to have everybody available is a massive positive, and I'm sure Andy Priest will probably make a few more changes on Saturday.
Yeah, I think so, but it was a perfect Tuesday night. I don't think it will get much better than that. Beating Brackley 4-1. That's the biggest margin that Chorley have beaten Brackley in any game, I believe, in recent time anyway. We hear some Ric Flair type woos going off around us, but it's a perfect night, and Chorley fans around the world can certainly enjoy it.
Absolutely, Ryan, and although you won't be there, we'll be back this Saturday as the Magpies take on South Shields. From me, Pete, and from Ryan, thanks very much for listening, and we're back on Saturday.
Thank you very much.